What's up, guys? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics here with our product of the week. So today, you guys, I'm going to be reviewing the Tricep Extension Rope by Equipped Fitness. So this was sent to us about a month ago, and the way it was pitched to me was that this is a standard tricep extension rope. However, the grip, because of the nylon material they use in this rope, is much easier on your hands, and the knot itself is much easier on your wrists. So I took the challenge and I tried it for a month, and I honestly got to say that I actually do agree. This rope, because of the way that they tied it in a knot as opposed to that rubberized head that most of these have, whenever I do an exercise like a hammer curl, where I'm going to have the ball of the rope on my thumbs or on my wrists, if you have that rubber piece, oftentimes it can dig into your thumbs and it can just be a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you're trying to go heavy. This sort of puts that on its side. This really does help with that. Furthermore, I find that actually grabbing the ropes themselves is really good for grip strength if you guys want to do this for that reason. It's a good piece of equipment, and it's a good little cable attachment. I also like that it comes in blue. I mean, of course I like that it comes in blue. Things I noticed that were a little bit irritating. The first is that this little head piece that they have here does have a swivel. However, the size of it is a little bit too big for your standard carabiner. And I know that because I use the same style carabiners on just about all my attachments that will fit into your traditional, I think it's 3/4 of an inch thick diameter hole that most cable machines will use. At least, I mean, I have Elite FTS equipment. My equipment uses that size of a carabiner. This is too big for the small eyepiece to wrap around. So I had to go to Home Depot and I had to get sort of a custom sized carabiner that has a thick size going around all directions. So the cool thing about that though is that, I mean, even with that as a little bit of a setback, you can get one of these and the problem is pretty much solved. But forewarning, you will have to do that if you want to use this on a traditional standard machine. So this piece of equipment goes for $40, which brings me into my first category. As you guys know, we do our categories based on price, usage, footprint, and customer service. So for the price of this, $40 that's really good. That's a good price for a cable attachment. And because this is a new company, that's probably why that price is where it's at. It's very reasonable, and for what you're getting, it's a great little change up from your traditional tricep extension rope. Next is usage. Now, with something like this, the usage factor is going to be a little bit lower. Just given that it's, first off, it's an attachment. You can't do anything with just this. You must have a cable machine or some kind of an accompanying machine or piece of equipment in order to create resistance. So the usage on this is inherently going to be a little bit low. I give it a 5 just because the usage of it is good, but it's limited. And without another piece of equipment or pieces of equipment, this will render you pretty much useless. So 5. The price, as I mentioned, is $40, so I'm giving that an 8. That's a great price, very reasonable. And then for footprint, you guys, it's also very small. It's very easy to put this up and just kind of, leave it on your wall or stick it in the corner of your gym. If you have a home gym, just hang it on the wall control panels that I advertise. And yeah, for that, I'll give this an 8 as well. So that's a good score for usage. Customer service, when it comes to this kind of a category, when it comes to customer service in general, if I have had a amazing experience or if something has gone wrong and the company has fixed it, they will receive a score usually above a 5. If there has been a problem and they haven't fixed it, or if there has been a dilemma that they haven't remedied, they'll get below a 5. But for this type of situation where I haven't had any interaction with their company from a customer service standpoint, so I don't really have a sort of a compass to give you on where it's at, I give it a 5. Anybody who falls into that category that hasn't solved a problem for me or caused a problem for me is going to get a score of a 5 on customer service. That's what I'm giving them. The average score of all of this is a 6.5. It's a great score. That's not bad at all, especially for being what it is. Like I say, it's a cable attachment, so the usage factor is really just what kind of kills the score a bit. It's limited in what it can do without other accompanying pieces of equipment, but it's a great piece of equipment for what it is, and as I mentioned, it does have some real benefits over your traditional tricep extension rope. Guys, you can pick this up from equippedfitness.com. It's a brand new company, so they only sell these, but it's a cool little attachment if you're looking for something different than your traditional tricep extension. Have fun.